In the realm of spirituality, particularly within the Buddhist and Zen traditions, the concept of silence holds a special place. Often, we think of silence as merely the absence of sound, but in these ancient teachings, silence is much more. It is a profound source of power, insight, and enlightenment. The power of silence is not about muting the noise of the external world alone. It's about silencing the internal chatter, the endless stream of thoughts, judgments, and mental noise that occupies our minds. In Buddhism, this internal noise is often seen as the primary barrier to understanding our true nature and the nature of reality. In a secluded monastery, nestled amidst lush mountains, lived a young monk whose mind was perpetually brimming with questions. With a heart full of curiosity and a spirit eager for understanding, he would often seek out his master, an elder monk renowned for his wisdom. The young monk's questions were many, ranging from the nature of reality to the path of enlightenment. Though his master answered many of these queries, he knew that true understanding could not be imparted solely through words. One crisp morning, as the monastery awoke to the melodious chants of the monks, the master beckoned the young monk to follow him. They walked in silence, a silence that was both comforting and mysterious. The journey took them through the verdant forest surrounding the monastery, where the only sounds were the rustling leaves and the distant call of mountain birds. Eventually, they arrived at a tranquil lake, its surface smooth and undisturbed, mirroring the vast sky and the surrounding greenery with perfect clarity. The master gestured for the young monk to sit beside him at the water's edge. They sat in silence, watching the still water, the world around them a perfect image upon the lake's surface. As the sun journeyed across the sky, the monk's initial sense of peace gave way to restlessness. His mind, once quiet, began to fill with the usual barrage of questions and thoughts. He looked at his master, who sat in serene contemplation, and felt a growing urge to break the silence, to ask why they were there. Just as the words were about to escape his lips, the master picked up a small pebble and gently tossed it into the lake. The surface rippled, distorting the once clear reflections into chaotic, fragmented images. The master then spoke, his voice calm and steady. When the water is still, it reflects the sky, the clouds, the trees, the everything. But when it's disturbed, it's hard to see anything clearly. The young monk watched as the ripples slowly faded, and the lake returned to its state of calm stillness, once again reflecting the world with clarity. In that moment, a profound understanding dawned upon him. The words of his master echoed not just in his ears but deep within his soul. The master continued, "Your mind is like this lake. When it is calm and still, it reflects the true nature of all things, the beauty, the pain, the impermanence, and the interconnection of the universe. But when it is disturbed by endless thoughts and questions, it cannot perceive the world clearly. To understand the deepest truths, you must first learn to quiet your mind." From that day forward, the young monk began to appreciate the value of silence. He learned to sit in quiet meditation, observing his thoughts but not chasing them, allowing his mind to settle into a state of tranquility. In this silence, he found the answers he had been seeking, not as words from his master, but as realizations born from the depths of his own being. The story of the young monk and his master is a powerful testament to the power of silence. It teaches that in the quietude of a silent mind, one can find clarity and understanding that is unattainable through constant questioning and discourse. Like the still water of the lake reflecting the unblemished beauty of the world, a quiet mind reflects the true nature of all things. This story emphasizes that in silence, we can access a deeper understanding, a kind of knowing that goes beyond intellectual comprehension. It is in the quiet moments that we can hear the whispers of intuition and the voice of our true self. In Zen practice, meditation is often used as a tool to cultivate this powerful silence. It's not about forcibly quieting the mind but about observing and letting go of thoughts, allowing the mind to settle into its natural state of peace and stillness. This stillness is not just a lack of noise. It's a profound fullness, a presence that fills the space left by the absence of thought. The power we gain from silence is multifaceted. Firstly, it brings about a heightened state of awareness. In silence, we become more attuned to the subtleties of our environment, our own emotions, and the emotions of others. This heightened awareness allows for a deeper connection with the world around us and a more compassionate understanding of others. Secondly, silence fosters inner peace and emotional resilience. The chaotic external world can often lead to internal turmoil. By cultivating silence, we create a sanctuary within ourselves where we can retreat and find calm amidst the storm. This inner peace is a source of strength, enabling us to face life's challenges with a grounded and centered presence. Moreover, in the mystical dimensions of Zen and Buddhism, silence is seen as a pathway to enlightenment. In the profound quiet, the boundaries between the self and the universe begin to blur. We can experience a sense of oneness with all that is, an understanding that we are not separate entities navigating an indifferent universe, but integral parts of a connected and purposeful whole. Silence also has the power to transform our communication with others. When we speak from a place of silence, our words carry more weight and intention. We become better listeners, more attuned to the needs and feelings of others, and our interactions become more meaningful and authentic. In the contemplative journey of life, where words often fall short and actions can be misinterpreted, the power of silence emerges as a beacon of clarity and wisdom. As the teachings of Buddhist and Zen philosophies suggest, silence is not a void but a reservoir of profound insights and transformative energies. This silent force, subtle yet potent, can guide us through the complexities of life, offering a clearer perspective and a deeper sense of connection to the world and ourselves. Clarity is one of the most significant gifts of silence. In the stillness of a quiet mind, the fog of confusion dissipates, allowing us to see situations and challenges with a new lens. This clarity does not come from external sources but from the depths of our inner being, where truth resides in its purest form. It enables us to discern the essence of our experiences, stripping away the superficial layers that often cloud our judgment. Awareness, heightened through the practice of silence, allows us to perceive the subtleties of our environment and our interactions with others. It sharpens our senses, attuning us to the nuances of body language, tone, and emotion that speak volumes beyond words. In this heightened state of awareness, we become more empathetic and understanding, fostering deeper, more meaningful relationships. Inner peace, a coveted state in our tumultuous world, is nurtured in the cradle of silence. It provides a sanctuary from the relentless noise and demands of daily life, a space to breathe, reflect, and realign with our core values. This inner tranquility is not an escape from reality but a foundation upon which we can build a resilient and balanced life. It equips us with the emotional strength to face life's ups and downs with equanimity and grace. The deep connection to the world, fostered by silence, transcends physical and emotional boundaries. It reminds us that we are not isolated entities but part of a larger, interconnected tapestry of life. This realization fosters a sense of oneness and harmony with the universe, encouraging us to act with greater responsibility and compassion towards our environment and fellow beings. Effective communication, often perceived as a skill of articulation, is profoundly enhanced by silence. It teaches us the value of listening, of being fully present with the person we are engaging with. In doing so, we create a space of mutual respect and understanding, where meaningful dialogue can flourish. Silence, in this context, becomes a powerful tool for resolving conflicts and building bridges. Living mindfully, a principle at the heart of Buddhist and Zen teachings, is cultivated in the quiet moments of introspection and reflection. Silence encourages us to live in the present, to savor each moment, and to appreciate the simple joys of life. It instills a sense of gratitude and contentment, steering us away from the relentless pursuit of external validation and material success. Navigating life with compassion and understanding, guided by the wisdom found in silence, transforms our approach to life's challenges. It teaches us to respond rather than react, to choose kindness over judgment, and to embrace life's impermanence with a heart full of acceptance. In its mystical and intriguing aspects, silence is not merely a philosophical concept but a practical tool for living a more fulfilled and harmonious life. It is a pathway to self-discovery, a bridge to deeper connections, and a lens through which the true nature of reality can be glimpsed. As we integrate the power of silence into our daily lives, we embark on a transformative journey, one that leads to inner peace, greater awareness, and an enriched existence. Thus, the power of silence, as understood in Buddhist and Zen philosophies, is indeed a transformative force, a silent yet eloquent guide to a life of depth, meaning, and harmony.